Hey there friends, welcome back to the channel. This is Dominique from the Pixie Planner. In today's video, I want to do a plan with me, and this is something I haven't done in a very long time. I think the last time was in my passion planner, but I want to give you a peek at how I use the scripting method to plan my day. Now, the past couple of videos, I've gone into a little bit more detail on the difference of the scripting method versus your to-do list, and I've showed some examples of my days, but I wanted to sit down and actually go through the whole process with you. And I'm going to be planning for tomorrow. So what I like to do is plan the next day, the night before. So I am using, for the month of June, one of the Planner Perfect monthly planners. And I happened to purchase this from the Buy Sell Trade group. So I put my other insert aside just for the month of June. So I do a full walkthrough of this insert on Instagram. I actually did an IGTV if you want more details on it. I don't want to take too much time today with it, but I am using this for June. I'll give you a peek at what my Tuesday is looking like. So I've decided to use one day on 2 pages, or use 2 pages for one day. And so this is my Wednesday. I already have everything pre-decorated, so that way I can just jump right in and go. Now I'm choosing to do Wednesday because I am going to be working my usual 10-hour day on Wednesday. So this is going to be a little bit different for me. Now the Tuesday here, this is my day off. So a lot of what I have scripted is stuff around the house. So for Wednesday, of course, I'm going to be working full time. So I don't use my planner at work because I work in the medical profession. So everything I need is on my computer there. So I want to show you how I'm going to be using the 2 pages to plan and script out my day for when the majority of it is actually going to be at work. Now, I'm doing this also because Jenny, the creator of Planner Perfect, she's a stay-at-home mom, and so a lot of her scripting and advice has to do with individuals who work from home, or you are a stay-at-home mom, and that was something I struggled with at first because I didn't think this would work for me since I was a full-time out-of-the-house employee. So I wanted to take the time to show you you can make this work even if you don't have kids, even if you're not a stay-at-home mom. As myself, I also do not have children. So I'm going to stop rambling and I'm going to jump right in. I will speed through and just do a voiceover so that way it's not too long of a video. And hopefully you guys get some inspiration from it. And I'll see you at the end to just do a quick review. Okay guys, so I love to start off with just nice, inspiring good morning or rise and shine, just to kind of put a little pep into my morning. And it's really all about starting with my routine to set the tone for the day. I find that I can get scatterbrained in the morning thinking about everything that I want to do or need to do. And so writing it out the night before just really sets my mind at ease and is a tremendous help for things to go so much smoother in the mornings. So moving into my actual work area here, now I don't know why I put ending the day at 5 p.m. because it's definitely at 6 p.m., but I can easily go back and white that out and correct it. I like to give myself a reminder of what time my last patient will be for the first part of the day, because I do head home to let our dog Lola out and to have some playtime. So it just keeps me on track, making note of my end time and then also what I need to be doing as far as what time to leave the house to get back to work in a timely manner for my first patient of the afternoon. Man, I don't know what it is, but leaving work at 5 p.m. is definitely on my mind. But who knows? It could happen. There are days where we get out early, and I love them. So I like to make sure that I make note of spending some quality time with my husband when I get home from work. It's really important for us to just have that time to catch up and not have our phones in our hands and disturbance from emails. We just kind of sit and chat while enjoying a drink or just while playing with Lola. I also like to write out my evening routine, and it really just helps to get me all set for the next morning and, of course, working on habits that I'm trying to build. Okay, guys, so I hope that wasn't too awkward of an angle. I will try to find better angles to do this again in the future. And so right now I just want to give you a quick run through of everything that I did. So Jenny talks about, again, Jenny's the creator of this scripting method, the Planner Perfect method. And she talks about having a strong morning and evening pillar, so that would be your routine, is extremely important, especially for someone who works outside of the home. And so when it comes to my mornings, it's typically, stating what time I'm going to be getting up, making sure that if my husband hasn't already taken care of Lola, our dog, that I'm doing so. And then, it'd be my coffee, grabbing my journal, going out to the sunroom, doing my journaling before I start getting ready for the day. Now, I also put in here because I need to make sure I start getting ready by 6:30. That way, when it's time for me to leave at 7:15, I'm making sure I'm staying on track with my timing. So I always write what time I need to start getting ready by. And I get ready pretty quickly. So I'm just telling myself, getting dressed, makeup on. I know exactly what I'm going to be wearing and what I'm having for breakfast, prepping my snacks and lunch. Usually the night before it's already prepped, but I'm just kind of getting everything out of the refrigerator, making sure to put it in my tote bag because I am notorious for prepping everything and then forgetting it. So making sure it's in my tote bag, ready to go. My water is filled and I'm putting a goal for myself. One of my health goals is to make sure that I'm drinking 60 ounces of water before lunch. And then I also want to make sure that I'm drinking the same amount for the later afternoon. But I am noting what time I need to leave the house by. So this is really kind of imprinting into my mind what it is that I want out of my morning, what is going to set the tone of the day so that way I have a successful day. And the whole purpose of the scripting method is to use your imagination. What is your perfect day gonna look like? Of course, going to work, that's sometimes not perfect for, some of us, but, taking into consideration all that you have to do, what is going to make your day that much smoother and fulfilling? So this would be kind of my morning routine, my morning pillar. Then we get into my work day. And so I'm writing the hours here that I'm going to be working. And so when I get to work, I put my snacks away right away because, again, I can get to work and just hit the ground running and then forget my snacks in my bag until lunchtime. And then, the cold stuff is, you got to toss it out and whatever else. So I'm putting a reminder in my brain that I need to remove the snacks when I get to my desk, plug in my phone. First patient starts at 8:15 in the morning. And first part of the day, I'm done at 12:15, and then I need to get home to let Lola out. When I am home, I go ahead and I eat my sandwich while I'm getting her meal ready. We feed her morning, afternoon, and evening. And then I take her outside and spend some time playing outside before I have to head back to work. So I get a nice hour-long lunch break. I live really close by. So just again, setting a reminder of when I need to leave the house in order to be back to work for my next patient. And so I left a little section here because at work, sometimes I'm doing some other stuff in the afternoon, whether it be working on our Facebook page or our website. We're trying to develop a new website. So this is going to be kind of open space for me to go back and jot anything in there that I might need for tomorrow. Then I'm done at 5 p.m. I'm going to be home by 5:30 p.m. Usually stay after a little bit and try to get some notes done. And so when I get home, I'm going to relax and catch up with my husband before we start dinner. We usually like to, again, pour a drink. I'm going to have a glass of wine, most likely. We sit out in the sunroom and just kind of catch up with one another before we get into dinner mode. My husband's going to be making a homemade pizza. I'm going to make sure that I'm getting Lola's dinner ready while he's working on that. I'm going to take her for a short walk. And then we always make sure that we're tidying the kitchen, getting the dishes in the dishwasher, and then everything is set for the next morning. Because of it being nice and tidy, I don't have to worry about it until the next evening. Then it's time to shower, get skincare done, PJs on, finally family time on the couch. And what I like to do sometimes, if we're watching like reruns of a TV show, we really love watching like Friends and Seinfeld and all that, then I'll probably hop onto my computer and just quickly reply to emails and comments that I might have. Then it's brushing my teeth and Lola's teeth. That is a habit I'm trying to be better with before getting into bed by 10:30 p.m. So hopefully this was inspiring for you guys that want to start the scripting method but aren't sure how you're going to fill these pages up because of working outside the home. Again, like I mentioned, I really struggled with this in the beginning myself, but I realized I just wasn't putting enough detail, putting enough thought into my day. I was missing so many little pieces that weigh on my mind, and I just didn't realize it. For example, telling you what time you need to leave somewhere to be somewhere else at a specific time. And it's amazing because I find without even having to think about it, I'm right on time with what I write down in my scripting. It really, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's phenomenal. Even like the waking up at 6 a.m. for whatever reason, since I started doing the scripting method, it is so much easier for me to wake up at a time that I wrote down than me just saying, okay, I got to get up at 6 a.m. in the morning. Let's see if it happens. Hopefully it does. For whatever reason, writing it down the night before, I'm like, boop, okay, 6 a.m., here we go, let's go. Because I already know how everything is going to play out. I'm not stressing about forgetting anything. I highly recommend trying this method, guys. Compared to the to-do list, yes, it's going to take you a longer period of time, but it will get easier and you will become much quicker with this process. So if you have any questions for me, please leave them down below. I love seeing your comments and your replies. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. That way I know to do more content like this for you. So I will see you again soon in my next video. I appreciate you guys so much and hope you are all doing well. See you soon. Bye.